So I've picked 5 teams around Europe for you to manage in Football Manager 2023. Hopefully teams you've not controlled before. We're going to have a quick look at the team, the club's information, have a look at the best player, the best young player, and yeah, hopefully 5 quick teams which might help you settle in FM23. MSK Zilina. This is a club which I managed in Football Manager a few years ago now. They were known as one of the powerhouses of Slovakia. From 2005, 2011, 12 area, they started to dominate Slovakian football, appeared in European competition, appeared on my TV screen, which made me want to take control of them. Now you can see here, founded in 1908, estimated value of the club is only 272k. But they have great training facilities and great youth facilities, as well as excellent youth recruitment and a good academy. Now they start with only 83,000 in the bank, 129,000 transfer budget, and you are pretty much bang on your wage budget as well, so you don't really have anything to play with in season 1. Now your captain for the season is Jan Minarik, a decent central defender, 24 years old, Slovakian, whilst your vice-captain is also a central defender in Thomas Nemsek, so maybe both of your central defenders are the captain and vice-captain. Now the key player is David De Vries, looks very talented, bit of value there if you do want to sell him to get some money in the bank to spend. And if one of your central defenders does leave and you need a new player in that back line, Stefan Oravec, 15 years old, he's a region. I've just wasted my time. I should have said Nugent. But this is MSK Zilina. They do actually have a feeder club in Ghana as well, which reminded me of this club when watching Loki Doki's Journeyman series, and he actually played against their African team. But maybe if you load all players from Africa, you might be able to get 1 or 2 throughout the seasons, just to bolster your squad, and it's also cool to sign players from feeder clubs. Now we're heading over to Serbia, to football club Vojvodina. Basically Serbian nailing that one. So this club interests me because they've been in and around but not won the title. I don't think, have they ever won the title? They've not. They've finished runners up once. So they've been in and around but they've never actually won the title. So they have great training facilities, great youth facilities, good youth recruitment, good academy coaching. They have okay finances. You start with 957k in the bank, season budget of 275k, and you have about 4k on your wage budget as well to spend. Now the captain in your team is Stefan Dordovic, and he's a very decent left back, 31 but decent. The vice captain is homegrown talent Dejan Zukic, and at 21 years old he looks insane. Now the key player Nikolic is a very talented striker and definitely at 29 years old someone who you want to keep around. But the reason I picked this team, they seem to have a good academy, some good players coming through. This guy appeared in one of my recommended players videos, and Jovan Milicevic is a very talented player, and if you can hold on to him, 6'3", if you can hold on to him, you have a talent in your club, and this Serbian team could be just that outside of the box team you want to take charge of. Now the next team, I've actually gone to one of the more popular divisions. We've gone to the Dutch division and we've gone with Willem II. And yeah, 3 top flight titles in the past, but the reason I picked them is early 2010, 2013, around that time, they were a proper yo-yo team. But as you can see in this bottom graph, they started to cement themselves as a top flight side. Started to look solid, started to look decent, played good football, and they've ended up getting relegated again after only 2 years ago finishing in 5th place. So they've gone from starting to cement themselves in the top flight to getting relegated back to the 2nd tier. They need you to come in and take them back up. So, founded in 1896, you have great training facilities, great youth facilities, above average youth recruitment and good academy coaching, 2.7 million in the bank, $500,000 to spend, and 10k on the wage budget available. Gives you that wiggle room to see if you can take them back up. Now, Paul Lonch is the captain of this team. He is from Spain, but he's been here for a few years, 5 seasons now, and he's a very talented defensive mid. Vice captain is Frek Herkens, and again, very talented player, 32 years old, been at the club for 10 years now, and definitely someone you want to keep around for at least the first couple of seasons. Now, Paul Long also comes in as the key player, and the hot prospect within the club is Khaled Razak. He is a Dutch 16-year-old, and he has talent, good pace, acceleration, physicals in general look good, technicals look really good, mentals are probably the weakest of the group, but will improve with age. But Willem II, I think, are a very good shout. I mean, a team who started to cement themselves as top flight side ended up getting relegated again. So they need a bounce back straight away, and you're the one to do it. We're off to the Czech Republic now, to Prague. Now, you have Sparta Prague and Slava Prague. What about Bohemians Prague? Only ever won the second flight, never won the top division, play in a small stadium, 6,300 capacity, poor as well, built over 100 years ago, founded in 1905, so they've been around for a long time but just never really had success. Nice badge as well, I like it. Adequate training facilities, average youth, above average youth recruitment, and adequate academy. Now, being in Prague, you have a good catchment area to hopefully bring through some talent. You have just under $1 million in the bank, $500,000 to spend, and $5,000 on your wage budget available. Their key player is Josef Jindrzejczyk. Josef. I would nickname so many of these players just so I didn't have to say the full names. Very, very talented, but 41 years old. I almost want this challenge myself. The vice captain, central defender, 30 years old. Very talented again. The key player is Jan Kovarik. He is a left wing back who is actually really good. 34 years old again, so seems like a very experienced team. And their hot prospect is 20 years old. Is really Amir Ryan, and he's not the best. He's not the best. What I would say is, no question about it, Bohemians Prague might be the hardest option on this 5-team selection. Another big city with bigger clubs. We are going to Zagreb, to MSK Lokomotiva Zagreb. Now, the reason I've picked these is these seem to develop some insane youth prospects when you holiday through and see what clubs are developing players. These seem to do it. Founded in 1914, never won anything. Good training facilities, good youth facilities, good youth recruitment, and excellent academy coaching. $239,000 in the bank, $215,000 to spend, and you have about $1,000 on the wage budget, so not much. But for me, this save is about developing youth with this club, seeing what you can develop. Now, the captain is Josef Pivarik. He is a left back, 33 years old, very talented left back. Dynamo Zagreb academy player who's ended up coming back to Zagreb. Looks a good talent. The vice captain is only 19 years old, an academy prospect. This is the first one we're looking at. Academy prospect, and he is insanely talented. I mean, wow. First one we've checked out, and wow. So then the key players, Ivan Tomasak, Croatian capped once, a good right back, fairly solid right back. So you've got a left back and a right back there, captain and key player. And then 15-year-old academy player in Bartol Kardam is the hot prospect. And again, looks like a really, really talented player. Did he come through the... No, he didn't. He was picked up from Sesvete. And yeah, he's only 15 now. He's left-footed. Can play midfield on left in general. Can be a winger. Could probably move forward and be a striker with that kind of finishing, I would say, is his main option. I mean, it's just a fairly decent team, isn't it? This is the type of team you want to take over for a youth challenge. Predicted top half, low, higher mid-table. I think this is a team people would enjoy for a youth prospect, youth academy save. But they are the 5 teams, so if I pick up my big book of lists, we have Zilina, Vojvodina, Willem II, Bohemians Prague, and MSK Lokomotiva Zagreb. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you select one of them. Comment below who you have selected. I've been Paul, also known as Northman. and I'll see you next time.